Hey everyone, thanks again for joining us. Session 18, cool. We're flying along. Big welcome to Chloe and Britt. Obviously, had some great chat with you guys last week, so I'm going to do a little bit of a beginner edition today. Beginner edition from the perspective of what we covered off as a common theme with a few chats and one-on-ones that I had with some of you last week. The other thing, of course, that I want to look at is how everyone is going with their marketing campaigns for our Farmers Fundraiser. Looking forward to seeing how that's coming together. Before I start that though, guys, I did pop a link in our group last week. I did a live video. Now, some of you, Britt, I think you were up at 5 a.m. I'm not sure why, but you were. I did a great live call last Friday morning with two guys from America and I know I haven't mentioned numbers too much, and I don't like to mention numbers too much, but these guys have gone from, one was a struggling subcontracting PT, the other brother, Sean, was a short order cook. They've gone from, again, zero to taking upwards of 50K a month. Yes, you heard correctly, 50K a month in their business. They are now the biggest fitness facility in Pueblo, Colorado, obviously in the middle of the United States there. So guys, if you haven't had a chance to watch that, there are some brilliant nuggets of gold towards the end of that one. They are right the way through, but more so towards the end. So Britt and Chloe, I know that you guys will get a lot out of that one. Obviously, some of the other trainers in your positions will as well. Make sure you check it out, guys. It's a great call. All right, let's get started with our Farmer Wants a Farmer Wants a Fundraiser. Had a massive call last week in terms of strategies. Now, guys, I've seen your Facebook events be set up. I think that's fantastic. I've seen the cow with the socks on, I think it is. So, and everyone sharing and commenting and saying how they've got to find a flanny, or they've got to find a hat, or they've got to find their dress-up gear for the day. Guys, absolutely loving that. Let's go next level this week. So a couple of little strategies and ideas for you here. First things first, obviously go live dressed up in your kit. If you wanted to get some farm animals involved, you could obviously do that, but good luck getting them to your studio. The other thing would be, obviously from that perspective, if you could, again, possibly even go to some of the local businesses and conduct your outreach like we spoke about last week. The other thing with that, of course, would be the fact that you'd have an opportunity to interview or take a selfie with people and really start to build that groundswell behind what we're looking to do here. So local businesses who have decided to either sponsor or donate, or possibly donate and have some naming rights to the event itself, potentially. Again, lots of different ways as we covered off. Now, guys, obviously there's a truckload of notes in our chat thread last week from this one. So feel free to go back and review those. But, guys, as a starting point, loving that the Facebook events are out, loving that you're starting to talk about this now. And again, guys, we're 2 very short weeks away. So, that reminds me, to all the dads out there, I know Dion, you're a dad. Please correct me if I've missed any other dads, but I know Dion's definitely one because I see Andy all the time. Guys, happy Father's Day for yesterday too. Hope you enjoyed your day. So a few little creative ideas coming your way this week from a marketing perspective. Lives dressed in your themed dress, going to your local businesses, doing some outreach there, I think are fantastic things that you can do. The other thing, of course, would be to really start to grow the groundswell and hype from your member base. As we said, guys, our basic formula here is around 50 participants on the day at $20 a head. Now, whether you're doing raffles and giveaways and little prizes like that too, where people can donate, that roughly works out at about $1,000 per facility. Obviously, there's 12 of them here in Australia at the moment. That gives us 12K, and we've smashed that goal out of the water, guys. So looking forward to seeing what you come up with there. For those of you that want some further direction, for those of you that need a little bit more help, again, guys, happy to open the lines of communication, happy to open this up this week. If you want to have a call, by all means, I do have some time towards the back end of the week if you wanted to spend 30 minutes. The thing for this, and I guess the benefits, again, of this fundraiser, of what we're doing for you guys as business owners, for you guys as PTs, it's a wonderful way to show that what you do isn't all about the money. It's a wonderful way to contribute and to give back to our local community. It's a wonderful way to engage the community in a different way other than just purely training. Okay, it's a wonderful opportunity for you to boost your profile and raise the status, not just the PLC, but of yourselves as trainers. I know Chloe and Brittany are here today. We're going to go into some just a bit of recap stuff in a second for their benefit. But it's a wonderful opportunity to boost your profile and raise your status in the local community. So for those of you in your different facilities, obviously it doesn't necessarily have to be up to the studio owners to get out and do the outreach. So for those of you who are trainers, here's a great opportunity to get out and about, meet some new people, have your face seen by more members of the community, obviously speak about the event and what we're doing and why we're doing it, and for them to know that on Saturday the 15th, they are more than welcome to come down and play a very big part in helping what is a huge cause and is still obviously going. I know the Today Show, when I was up this morning, obviously know that they're still going with their drought appeal as well. So guys, some really good stuff there. On the note of different appeals, guys, it is Women in Fitness Week this week as well. And I'm not sure if you've seen Chloe and Britt. Here's a really cool one for you too. Guys, it is Women in Fitness Week this week. Another great campaign is launched by Fitness Australia or launched by one of the governing bodies here in Australia. I did get an email through this morning. Here's another little campaign that you can leverage off. And off the back of that, so a couple of things here. Women in Fitness Week this week. The other campaign that's going at the moment, now some of you may or may not have seen this, but government incentivize or government initiatives and campaigns such as these are great ones to piggyback and launch and leverage off, purely and simply because you can show that you have government backing for what you're doing. Now, one of the ones at the moment is Get Your 30. And what we're, what they're encouraging everyone out there to do is to get their 30 minutes of exercise every single day, not just 30 minutes of a casual stroll, but 30 minutes of exercise where they get their heart rates up. Now, Chloe, Britt, here's a great one. I know we talked to you last week in our strategy sessions about irresistible offers, how to get started, and how you can utilize our irresistible offer to do that. Check out a couple of these campaigns. Get Your 30 is one of them. The other one is Girls Make Your Move. So guys, girls, here's the two. Girls Make Your Move is a campaign that the Good Lifes and the Jets, I know in particular, and I've even had another couple of clients who have looked to contact the government agency about this and put their business logo to and their brand as a partner or to sort of share that naming right in conjunction with them. So there's a couple of government initiatives. Now, the beauty of this is, obviously, with the market that we're looking to attract here, they will watch TV, they will see these initiatives, and when they're scrolling through Facebook during the ad breaks, you'll know, or they will know, oh, hang on, I just saw that, but this business is doing something to do with that. So, and they'll go and check it out. Okay, so a couple of really cool ideas there. All right, hope that helps from our Farmers Fundraiser perspective. Can't wait to see how creative you can be, guys. As I say, my challenge to you all is to do something quite unique, do something very different. And as I say, have some fun with it. I think the key here, have some fun with it. It's a wonderful time of year. We are in spring, of course. People are now starting to think about their summer bodies. They're starting to think about what they're going to do to get ready in time for beach weather. Some of them may even get kickstarted by kicking off in this fundraiser, guys. So again, some great angles to use there. Now, had some great feedback over the last week. Chloe, Britt, Dylan, you as well, around the PT space. And got another couple of strategy sessions with some of you this week, which I'm really looking forward to. And the most part here has been around how to get started in the industry. So I just wanted to spend 10 or 15 minutes today going through some starting points. And just to reiterate a couple of points for Chloe and Britt and those of you that are just starting out, I know that there are some new trainers that have been added to our team in the last few weeks. Guys, here's a great recording for you and some great notes that I'm sure that you'll be able to take in the next little bit. And what I want to start off with by sharing these key tips is that, and there's a lot of conjecture about this, there's a lot of, look, it's a contentious topic, and that is the lifespan of a PT. Guys, the average lifespan of a PT, when we've sort of looked at all the numbers and all of the different studies, is around 12 months. And that is, and quite often, and that can be in two parts, quite often that's from trainers coming in, doing their certs, which takes 3 to 6 months, coming into the industry for 6 months and then leaving. Or the other school of thought is that that's 12 months in terms of having a qualification to when you actually leave the industry. Now, there's some really pivotal reasons why this occurs. And again, in having some strategy sessions with some of you last week, we started to answer some of these questions. And guys, I'm going to run through them today. And I know that the answers to these questions are going to provide better clarity or further clarity for those of you just starting out and wanting to really get some traction at a brilliant time of year for your business. So the 5 reasons why most trainers are in and out of the industry within 12 months. First things first, they don't know what they want. So first reason, they don't know what they want. They want to help people. They come in with great passion, great enthusiasm. I just want to help everyone, but I don't know what I want as a business. I don't know what I want to do. First reason why our lifespan's only 12 months. Second reason is that they know what they want, but they don't know how to get it. So that's where the strategy comes in, and that's what Chloe and Britt, we spoke so much about last week in terms of your business modeling, in terms of how you can attract people, in terms of the fact that we want to set our business up and we want to set our programs up to promote progression. Interesting chat this morning I had with a trainer, and he's developed a really interesting opinion on people that do and don't train. He said, no, you're either in or you're out. He said, either people want to exercise or they don't. There's a lot of people out there that just refuse to exercise. And you know what? He makes some valid points. I think the key is, though, there are a lot of people out there who want to exercise but aren't quite sure on where to start or how to do it. It's a bit like starting a PT business, that sometimes you know what you want, but you're not quite sure of how to get it. Okay, so we don't have any strategy. Reason number 3 is that we know what we want, we know how to get it because we've got the steps there, but we don't do the work. Doing the work's the key. Doing the work here is all about not necessarily spending all day scrolling and trolling Facebook, but understanding who you want as a target client, understanding who that target client is and their problems and challenges and how that impacts everyday life. Okay, for those of you working with mums, no doubt it's not about deadlifts and squats and bench press. It's about being able to pick your toddler up off the floor without any pain, being able to roll out of bed in the morning without any pain. For Chloe and Britt, we know your market's a little bit younger, so we're looking at things like obviously some self-esteem, self-confidence issues. Okay, there are reasons why they want to achieve what they want to achieve isn't just because they want a butt that you can crack an egg on. It's the self-confidence and the boost of their self-esteem that comes with that. Okay, and the confidence they get from that and looking great, feeling good, looking great. Okay, 4th reason, we know what we want, we know how to get it, we do the work, but we burn out. And this is where what you are going to find from a scheduling perspective is, as you build your session numbers and you build your session volume, is that quite often we get to a point where we're taking one-on-one and there is a lid on how many sessions we can do. There is a lid on how much income we can earn with one-on-one. So what we're encouraging now, and even with the cost of living, something as broad as the cost of living, we know it's not so cheap to live here anymore. So we know that the amount of disposable income that our target markets have probably isn't as great as what it was a couple of years ago. We need to understand that. And then we need to understand how we can actually create more value for money for the customer, for the client. And that's where the 5th reason is, that we know what we want, we know how to get it, we do the work, we avoid burnout, but we don't know how to transition from one-on-one to a model that allows us to help more people in less time, but also allows us to build a business that encourages coaches to have multiple interactions and multiple relationships with clients, and not from any other sense other than a client-trainer relationship. Don't know why, guys. A client-trainer relationship where they're not just glued to one specific trainer. I think that's one of the beauties of PLC and the way things are set up at the moment. You don't get the same trainer every single session. You get a mix of trainers. We can set up PT business similarly by utilizing a small group or a semi-private PT model. Now, I want to cover off on this because I know that some of you last week that I had conversation with were talking about semi-private PT and using that with your irresistible offers. And here's one thing that I do want to make mention of, really important point. Chloe and Britt, I know you're here today, so tune those ears right in here. Semi-private PT, 2 trains of thought. Let's go with 2. 2 trains of thought. First method of semi-private PT that some people use, and I'm not saying that either's right or wrong, but I want to encourage you and invite you to think about the value in these methods. Okay, so first step here is that we have our 3, 4, 5 people coming to a session. Now, on that, personally, I love 4 because you get that opportunity to couple people together, and you also get the opportunity to keep that exclusivity of a semi-private session where we max out at 4 people. Okay, so what we do is we have the 4 people come in, we have our whiteboard, we put our workout up. Okay, guys, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Now, my issue with that is that I believe as a trainer, you're probably doing more instructing than training and coaching. We're marketing and we're promoting a service here and a way to facilitate our bikini body or our drop of dress size or our little black dress or our Mummy Mojo project. We're looking at ways to facilitate our programs here. And for me, I don't quite see the value in an instructor outside of that bigger group environment, which is what we're doing already. So the question that people will ask is, how is this different to what I normally get in my groups? Because normally the workout goes up and off we go. I can get this in my group sessions. So to overcome that, and the second school of thought, and my personal favorite, is having our groups of 4 and having a semi-private session, but programming each member individually. Programming each member individually so that, again, we program them according to their body type, their goals, and their ability. And that might mean that when we come to that 5 o'clock session this afternoon, that I've got a couple of people who are on weight management journey, and I've got a couple of people on a performance journey. But you know what? You can pit them together, and they can work together through the workout. And you as the coach, you as the trainer, you as the coach, you as the fit pro, get to move your way and circulate your way around the session and around the workout, and help them with their form, their technique. You can have conversation. You can still have a wonderful relationship with each client individually, but you can also have a great relationship with them collectively. For me, from a value add perspective, the second method is more valuable, and something that I believe that people in the current market will really appreciate more of than a smaller group with the same workout and, okay, guys, let's go. So that's how we can distinguish semi-private PT, obviously from one-on-one PT, but also from that bigger group one-to-many model. And that's how we transition from one-on-one PT to semi-private. Now, a lot of you have asked, does that mean semi-private will take the place of one-on-one? Now, of course it won't. Of course it won't. There are people, guys, and this is where you really need to show your position as the coach. This is where you need to show your specialization as the coach and your expertise, and go, no, if you've got someone there who really struggles to move, they struggle to squat, they struggle to lunge, they struggle to do a row, any of those type movements, you want to work with them individually to build their confidence. You want to work with them individually to build their technique to a point where they can then progress into that semi-private style of session. What's for lunch, Dill? I'll let you finish your mouthful. I just asked you what was for lunch.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Singapore
noodles.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. I'll let you enjoy that. I'll keep going. We're just talking about the semi-private model. So looking at programming people individually as opposed to the workout on the board, where people will go, well, why am I paying for this much when I get this in my groups? Okay, so just looking at that. So, guys, I hope in summary, and I'll go through it again for Dill's benefit, 5 reasons why trainers are in and out of the industry in 12 months. 1, they don't know what they want. 2, they don't know how to get it. 3, they don't do the work to get it. 4, they burn out because they have a model that isn't conducive with longevity and sustainability. 5, they don't know how to transition. They don't burn out, but they don't know how to transition from the one-on-one model to a one-to-many semi-private and combination model, where we have people who may do some semi-private sessions with you, but also participate in your groups. I think one of the biggest things with studios moving forward will be, and again, here's a bit of insight moving forward, I think what we're finding now with the general population is they really enjoy that semi-private exclusive service, having an individualized program, being able to come in and do some things that are different to their group sessions, but they also love the atmosphere and the vibe and the intensity of the group workout. They love the social aspect of it, where they get to bounce and mix and mingle and high five and butt tap and do all that great stuff that comes with team training. So for me, that's really where, and again, guys, if you look at some of the current group models out there, I think the more that you can look to bundle those things up moving forward, I think the more success that you're going to have, and I think the better member retention you're going to have as well. Okay, so some food for thought there. Dill, you keep eating lunch. Britt and Chloe, do you have any questions as to what we've been through so far? I'm just going to grab a sip.
Cool. No questions so far. It's been good, thank you.
Been good? Everything makes sense?
Yeah.
Everything a bit clearer than the other day?
Yeah, no, it's good. I've got another page of notes now. That's
Excellent.
4.
Cool. Chloe's got no internet, but she's got no questions either. That's cool. I think the big thing for me, guys, and again, as we discussed, and I know that so many of you joining into these calls on a Monday now are really looking to make your way in the industry, really looking to, again, set yourselves apart from what is a very saturated market. And obviously the way that we look to do that is by having a niche, is by showing that we understand them and position ourselves as that expert. And then really it's by knowing what they need to get what they want. Okay. And understanding that, again, cost of living is a big one. Obviously, cost of running a family is a big one for those of you, well, even those in the younger generation. Obviously, you're probably not earning as much income as those that are slightly older. So again, being smart with your money is important. Knowing that our average spend is around that $50 to $55 a week mark for health and fitness. So understanding that within your business model and within your options for facilitating your programs, that you may want to have something down that semi-private line so you can actually start to develop that combination in your model, that business model that is subjective to one-on-one, of course, people are going to need it, but also that semi-private PT service where, again, you can program people individually, but set up, and I know, Dylan, you asked this question the other day, how do I set up semi-private PT? Well, guys, the simplest way for me is to actually allocate some time slots during the week and then obviously look to book people into those particular time slots. Now, again, the way that we're able to do this and the way that allows us to do this isn't by necessarily relying on people of the same ability and goal, because if we program people individually, it's not going to matter. They'll be able to roll up with their program. You'll be able to say hello. You'll be able to get them started. You'll be able to coach them throughout the 30 to 45 minutes, however long your session goes for. And I think from a team aspect, you'll also be able to, in time, if we're building businesses where we want to have multiple coaches, here's a great way to have your coaches feel like they're really part of your team, to have them feel like they're not just, here's a group of clients, see you later. And that's really the old model with PT now, is that we have trainers that just do one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-one. Then they get a trainer in, okay, there's yours, see you later. And you lose that connection. The actual business owner loses that connection with all of those clients. So the semi-private model is a much better model to allow, as I said before, I know I had a joke about it, but to allow your clients to have multiple relationships with trainers, obviously from that client-trainer viewpoint. So, guys, that help? Does anyone have any questions for me? I know we sort of covered off a little bit on our farmer fundraiser coming up soon and some ideas for live videos. Going to set someone a challenge to do a live video with a cow, given that that's the motto, or that's the mascot for the event. Does anyone have any questions for me? Dill, any questions from last week? Drop a dress size looks good, by the way.
No, that's I can't even take the credit for that one. That was.
I know nothing. Awesome.
No,
Awesome.
I was also talking about the photo though.
That's cool.
Which also that thing that you got to send through.
Which was? Please remind me.
It was.
The ad copy.
Was it?
Was it the copy that I need to send through? Yeah, cool. Okay, I'll send that through now. Actually, guys, what I'll do, I'll put it in the main chat thread so you guys can see it as well. I may have put it in a few weeks ago, but that's okay. I'll redo it again. And guys, I think that's the thing too. Spring's a great time. The one thing I'll encourage you to be very mindful of though, September's a great month. Know when your school holidays are. So for those of you working with mums, what we tend to find through the school holidays with mums, as much as they still want to do their training, they find it difficult to commit as much because they're looking for babysitters, they're looking for people to look after the kids, they're looking for things to do with the kids. And sometimes they just go, you know what, I'm not going to get there today because I just want to look after them myself. So just be mindful with your timing on that. For the younger crowd, obviously doesn't affect you so much. So you drop a dress sizes, bikini body blitz, mummy, exhausted to energize type projects. They're great for this time of year. And then they can obviously run you into, I think Northgate at the moment have set a challenge for October, November, which looks really cool too. So they can really help to kickstart people into a time of year where they're starting to really prime up for, summer bodies, challenges, obviously all those things that are quite important to the younger generation as well. Okay. Well, is anything else for me? Anything on a general PT front that I can help with? Anyone else have any questions out there? No, Chloe's okay. Dill, how's your irresistible offer going to date?
Not too bad. I got a couple of inquiries with it. But at this stage, it's just keeping consistent and.
Okay. The thing I'm going to say, so the thing that might help from a marketing perspective, and I think I covered on this chat with Brittany a couple of weeks ago. 3 things to look at with your marketing. First thing, the features. So let's look at drop address size. Look at the features of what's in the project. This is what you get over the 30 days. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Smash people with value, in a sense. Okay? Loads and loads and loads and loads of value. Okay? Next step is the benefits. So the benefits of the features. So how will the features help me? What will the features do for me? So it might be 2 semi-private sessions a week. So the beauty of that is that I get to program you individually, depending upon your body, your goal, etc. It might be access to the VIP group, or the Legends group, which gives you unlimited support over the 30 days. So give me the benefits of those features, second viewpoint. The third viewpoint, which is the most important, and guys, please write this one down, it's the possible transformation that can occur. And it's not just the aesthetics of it. It's not just the aesthetic transformation. It's not the before and after photo that we're necessarily after here. Yes, that's very powerful and it's important, don't get me wrong. But I feel what's even more important is how your program can potentially help people make their everyday lives simpler. How does it help them? How does it make them feel in the morning when they go to put their work uniform on and it's too big for them now? How does it help them pick their toddler up off the floor when they need a cuddle? How does that help them to carry the groceries in after shopping and know that they can carry the groceries in one hand, the kid in the other, and charge on down the stairs? How does it help them walk from the letterbox to the front door without getting puffed? Show me how those features and benefits all help my progression to that potential transformation that can occur on a lifestyle level or on a real life level. And in an era now where we've got, may have mentioned this before, we've got our crawlers, our walkers, and our runners in the industry. Our runners are people like us. We get up every day, we do some movement, we know that movement's important for us, we look after our bodies, we look after ourselves, we know it's important to us. Okay, it's number 1 on the value list. You walkers are people who love challenges. Probably the best thing I heard today. Walkers are people who love challenges. So they think they can train for 6 weeks, do a challenge, and that's it, I'm cured. That's it, I'm done. They're the ones that sit on the fence a lot. They're the ones who will jump into a challenge a couple of times a year. Yep, I'm done. I've got my fix. I'm out. See you later. Come winter time, they're on the couch with their tracksuits on eating donuts. But it's all right because I'll do the next 6-week challenge in spring and I'll get fit again. They're in and they're out. They're 1 foot in, they're 1 foot out. The crawlers are the big ones. The crawlers are the ones who know they need to do something but don't know how to start. Know they need to do something but don't know where to start. Want to do something but don't know how to do it. May have had a negative experience with a PT, with a gym membership before, maybe using a gym member, or may have a gym membership that they've used twice. These are the crawlers. The crawlers are people who are the ones that probably have probably 10 to 15 kilos to lose. The crawlers are the ones who have done nothing in their lives and it's time to go, you know what, it's time to do something for me, and they catch the bug of health and fitness. Now, when you look at percentages across the market, the crawlers, the walkers, the runners would make up about 5% of the market. I mean, it has to because Australia is still in an obesity epidemic, so there can't be that many people that are getting the message still. The walkers, I'd say around 15%, roughly. That leaves 80%. Who are the people that we, again, are looking to inspire and impact and motivate and empower them to make a change. Now, are those people necessarily going to know what a squat is? Are they necessarily going to know what a deadlift, a bench press, a chin up? Are they going to know what a burpee is? They're probably going, nah, burpee is something we do after a night out. They won't know that. So to market those terms isn't going to relate. It's not going to resonate with them. And that's where the important thing here is that with your 30-day irresistible offers, which you guys have done so well at putting together, we market an outcome because they can relate with that. You know what? I do want to drop a dress size. You know what? I do want to have some energy. I do want to go from feeling exhausted to being energized. I do want a bikini body. I just don't know what to do and I don't know how to get it. So that's where with the way we market here, and that's why that potential transformation point with our marketing is so valuable. Because this is where you'll take people along that journey. Guys, my encouragement to you is, and my advice to you is, find some people in your businesses now that have made this progression and made this transformation. And not just from an aesthetic viewpoint, but sit down with them, do some interviews, share their stories. Even if they write it for you, so they're so very powerful. People love stories. People love going on a journey from where they once were to where they are now. And as a general audience, we love going back to where they once were and go, oh shit, that's me right now. And they're the moments, they're the penny drop moments where you will get people who are crawlers into your business. Now, the best thing with the crawlers, guys, is this. The crawlers make really good runners. The crawlers are the ones that, after they become a runner, go and do their PT certs. They're the ones that have lost 10 or 15 kilos and love how they're feeling, go far out. I just want to share this with everyone, and I want to help some people who are right now where I once was. So they're the cool ones to attract into your business. They're more of a challenge than the runners and the walkers, but they're the ones that you want to be attracting into your business. All right. Cool. I'm going to wrap that up, guys. Happy Monday. Take care, hey. Have a great week. Thanks for joining us, guys. Sorry, that was you, Robert, wasn't it?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so I thought, hey, bud. Yeah, I thought it was you. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Recording will be available real soon. If you have any questions, again, by all means, shoot them through the coach thread. Grab me personally. It doesn't matter. Again, strategy sessions open towards the end of this week. If you want to catch up for 30 minutes, have more of a chat about where things are going. All right. Good job, guys. Enjoy the week. Take care.